These people need to go to jail for their crimes against the American citizens. I just came across this manly looking Catherine, whatever. She's one of the highest ranking Democrats in our government. And look at what she just said.
I mean, shutdowns are terrible. And of course, there will be, families that are going to suffer. We take that responsibility very seriously. But it is one of the few leveraged times we have.
She basically said, oh, it's sad, yeah, that you're not going to get any food. Yeah, it's sad, but this is one of the only things that we can leverage to get what we want. You guys got to give us what we want for illegals. The fact that these people don't even give a shit about y'all, but y'all are over here trying to talk shit about President Trump when he is trying to make your life easier. These people, every day they play in y'all faces. Every day. Everyone that voted for a Democrat, they play in y'all faces. They don't give a fuck about you. They don't. This lady straight up said, this is leverage. They are leveraging your pain so they can get what they want for illegal aliens, not even for you. These people, they're going to have to answer to God one day.
What's going on, everybody? Grace and peace. Appreciate you guys pulling up today. God bless each and every one of you guys. We got to talk about it, man. Seriously. They're not even hiding it anymore. They're not even hiding it anymore. And I'm glad that Black Americans are seeing it and calling it out. I'm glad. Before I share the next clip, I want to say this. They are holding the nation hostage. They're willing to allow people to go hungry so that they can recoup what they lost in the USAID ordeal. Think about this, man. They're trying to send money to Zimbabwe. They're trying to send money to other, to the Balkans for foolery. They want to give $200 billion to illegal immigrants for healthcare. That $1.5 trillion that they want to add had absolutely nothing to do with American citizens. Nothing. And they're letting you know, hey, this is the only play that we have. And we're willing to make the American people suffer. We're willing to let y'all suffer until we get our way. Hit that like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel. Check out Timu Barack Obama.
Can you just speak to some of the programs that Democrats want funding for in the $1.5 trillion list of demands? We've heard things like $13.4 million for civic engagement in Zimbabwe, $3.9 million for LGBTQ democracy grants in the Balkans, things like this. You guys say this is about saving healthcare, but how do these pet projects fit
we have no idea what you're talking about or what Republican extremists fed you those talking points. But the reality is what we are doing is defending the healthcare of the American people. Yeah, we do want to restore the fact that the largest cut to Medicaid in American history has been visited upon the American people by Donald Trump and Republicans, even though they promised to love and cherish Medicaid. But instead of doing that, they cut about $1 trillion from Medicaid. And as a result of that fact, hospitals, nursing homes, and community-based health centers are closing all across the country, including in Republican states like Georgia, like Alabama, and Republican states all across the country. And Republicans have visited the largest cut to Medicaid in American history on their own people. That's what we want to restore. We want to avoid the fact that because of what Republicans did in their one big ugly bill, what they did is to trigger the possibility of a $536 billion cut to Medicare, because Republicans have put a bullseye on Medicare and Social Security since those earned benefits were created.
This dude is FOS. He is. He's full of it, man. He really is. He didn't answer the question, sidestepped and bypassed the question. Now, we've talked about all the fluff and the pork that they want to add. We've talked about that ad nauseum on this channel. But the reality of it is this. By 2033, Medicare, it's going to deplete the reserves. If they don't do something quickly, Medicare could be in trouble in less than 10 years at this point. But these people want to continue to fund people that shouldn't even be in our nation. and then act like we don't know what we're talking about. These are some sick people, man.
I'm so sick and tired of y'all Trump haters out there. Y'all gonna keep lying on this bill, knowing damn well you didn't read none of that bill. You just repeated what they told you on CNN and MSDNC. But don't worry about it. I went and read it, and I'm gonna show you exactly what it says. Here the work requirements straight from the big beautiful bill for healthy poor people who can go to work. And it says so right here. If you want your Medicaid, the individual works not less than 80 hours, meaning you must put in 80 plus hours of work. You must put in 80 plus hours of community service. You must put in 80 plus hours of a work program. You must put in at least half time of an educational program. And the individual can either have a combination of any of these. So you can put in 20 hours here, 20 hours here, 20 hours here, 20 hours there, or 40 and 40, however you want to break it down. Let's move on to the next. Right here, for everybody who's saying that he's taking it away from poor people, the individual has a monthly income that is not less than the applicable minimum wage requirements under Section 6 of the Fair Labor Standards Act of 38 multiplied by 80. So that means if the minimum wage in your state is $7.25 and you multiply that times 80, what is that, 580? So you must make at least $580 or more to be able to qualify for the Medicaid. Next. Right here, and it shows you here all the able-bodied adults without dependent work requirement. Here you go for everybody who continues to lie. If you are under the age of 18 or over the age of 65, you are exempt. So old folks, you good. It says it right here. If you're medically certified as physically or mentally unfit for employment, you're good. If it says a parent or other member of a household with responsibility for a dependent child under 7 years of age, you're good. Who else is exempt? Pregnant women, homeless, veterans, someone who's 24 years of age or younger and was in foster care under the responsibility of a state on the date of attaining 18 years of age or such higher age as the state has elected under Section 457 of the Social Security Act. So y'all need to stop telling these lies that the poor people about to lose their Medicaid, that old folks about to lose their Medicaid. There are requirements and there are people who are exempt. Y'all need to go and read that bill and stop listening to the liberal, leftist, lunatic, legacy, nonsense media.
Wow, he cooked. But hey, I'm glad to see this. More and more people need to get out there. Just go read these bills, all this. It's all public information. You don't have to go on CNN and listen to these people. You don't have to go on MSDNC and listen to these people. Go read it for yourself. And that is something that I have been championing on this channel for some time. Please take the time to go do your own due diligence. Don't just listen to these politicians, these liberal lunatics out there, and don't just listen to mainstream media. Heck, don't just listen to me. Take the time to go do your own due diligence. Seriously. And then you can make a decision based off of the information that you've uncovered. And then you can give an opinion. Let's keep going.
Wait a minute. Is Trump actually showing us that tariffs could fund the government during a shutdown? Because if that's what's happening, this man is playing 4D chess while the rest of DC is still trying to find the board. While Democrats were busy blaming Republicans, Trump was making sure moms and kids didn't go hungry. And he didn't raise taxes, didn't need Congress, did not print more money. He used tariffs. Isn't that the same thing the media swore would tank the economy? Meanwhile, it's literally keeping food on the table for millions of families. So maybe the shutdown is proving something bigger, that America can fund itself when we stop letting bureaucrats waste our money and start putting America first. Now that's what I call leadership with results, not headlines. Check my broadcast channel for the article link and let me know. Brilliant move or total boss move?
It's definitely a boss move. And the reason why the Democrat Party is against the tariffs, and the only reason why, is because Trump's implementing it. That's it. They are prepared to basically block and stop anything that this dude wants to do. If Trump implements it, in their eyes, it's bad. That's their whole goal in life. They don't really have any real power, not a lot of it anyway. So the only thing that they can do is what they're doing, hold the American people hostage and then point the finger and say it's Trump's fault, although Trump's not a senator. The bill got through the House. They'll tell you, the Republicans, they got the White House, they got the House, they got the Senate, but it's not a full-fledged majority in the Senate. There's 53 Republican senators. There's 2 independents. Everybody else is a Democrat. You need 7 people to flip. I think at this point, they need 5 people to flip because I believe there's 2 people that have flipped. But people need to get out and do their own research, man. Seriously, they really do. It would serve you to do it. And you'd feel better about it because now you know if these people are lying to you. like this guy's about to do.
So stop scrolling because this will shock you. Right now, the Trump administration has sent out notices to every single state, including New Jersey, that they are going to stop paying SNAP payments. Now look, they have billions of dollars at their behest to pay SNAP, but they're saying that they don't. So let's talk truth. SNAP is a lifeline for 42 million Americans, disproportionately children, to pay for food assistance for them. In my state, over 850,000 people rely on SNAP payments. Donald Trump is withholding the money because he wants to inflict maximum pain on Americans to hope it helps him politically. Well, this isn't about politics. This is about people. This is urgent. So please stand with me to make sure that Donald Trump releases the money to pay for children, for vulnerable people, for our neighbors to eat. Stop spreading lies about what you can't do and do what you must do.
Got to stop this guy because I'm tired of listening to him. Now, here we have this individual who has voted against the clean CR multiple times. The government would be open if Cory Booker would just flip and get a few other of his cronies to flip, vote for clean CR, and get back to business as usual and negotiate everything else in the future. But that's not what they want to do. They're not interested in that because he knows it. No different than the lady at the beginning of this clip. She said it. This is the only leverage we have. And the only thing that we can do is not vote for a clean CR. We're not going to negotiate. We're going to hold you over a barrel until we get our way. And we're going to jump out into any media outlet that will listen to us and let us tell these lies and spin these lies. We're going to tell everybody it's Trump's fault. He's the reason that you're not getting X, Y, and Z. But the American people are seeing right through it. But I want to hear from you guys in the comment section. What are your thoughts? Hit that like button, share this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Consider joining the ARP family, or you can buy your brother a coffee. The link's in the description box below. And as always, keep God first. Stay prayed up. We'll catch up with you all next time. Peace.
Vibes so raw, can't hide the truth. Words so sharp,